Hi, my name is Tony, and I just wanted to answer a few questions today for my last week of this class. So, for the first question, how can you integrate diversity, advocacy, and social justice into your future practice? So, I'll start out by saying, in order to create an inclusive workplace that recognizes and values each person's unique experiences, you start by addressing barriers by promoting policies and practices that improve fairness for organizations and communities, as it is the fundamental role of advocacy. So here, I would say, in order to improve their capacity to speak up, get ready for future practice, I must learn first how to actively listen, demonstrate culture humility, collaborate with uh, underrepresented groups. Professionals can successfully challenge the oppressive structures and advance transformative change by educating myself, examining my own beliefs, advocating for policies, creating inclusive spaces involving clients, and promoting accountability. So, all of this I can use in my current workforce, in my future practices. Um, and I can really take that with me and promote it. For my second question here, how has this course impacted your perspective on multicultural practices? So, um, prior to my educational journey here and taking this class, my knowledge on diversity was very superficial and just focused on the obvious differences, such as just race, ethnicity. So, since taking this course, I do now have a greater understanding of the complex ways that the culture influences people's worldviews and coping mechanisms. Um, and as a result of the reading that I've done throughout this class, the thoughtful conversations and discussions that we've had throughout the um, 8 weeks of weekly discussions with classmates, it really put my understanding by implicit biases. It was given a lot of attention um, in promoting cultural sensitive approaches that are more adaptable rather than rigid. And so this has kind of brought a light to the complex ethical duties that practitioners, social workers have to fulfill in order to promote that inclusion in the frameworks as well as in a direct client interaction. So whether you're working with somebody or just there at work, it's very, very important. And I feel like this course has really shifted my perspective rather than where it was in the beginning, just focusing on the obvious differences. And moving down to question number three, in what ways has your own self-awareness changed or developed? So I have become more self-aware, and this is a result of introducing all of this new information. And this was also a complex process, so I've become more mindful of my own position, which means just acknowledging my own upbringing, which shapes my opinions, but I also am on the outlook for any unconscious biases that could affect my judgment in the workplace. And with this heightened awareness, it really it's a key element. It's encouraging ongoing, introspection with any moral behavior. And I've realized how important it is to cultivate empathy by recognizing different points of views without imposing preconceptions or preconceived ideas. So self-awareness is essential to achieving full authentic human connection, which is based in respect of dignity and successful and multicultural competence. So really, it has really heightened my awareness by taking this class, and I feel like that I've really not so much changed, but really developed.